All right, guys. Sorry, I just got to take this. Manny's ringing me, so I just got to take it. All right, Manny, how's it going, mate?
All right, Goffer. I am absolutely knackered from living it up. Oh, I mean scouting.
How was Bognor?
Spot on, boss. The bitches there were on fleek.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. Where are you?
I'm in Liverpool, boss. It's much bigger than Roseport.
You in Liverpool? That's good.
I don't like the new club.
Why?
They were mean to me when I got here. I walked up to some guy and said, "How great were we beating the scum?" and he told me to f*** off.
Oh, Manny.
I thought Anfield was meant to be a great place with atmosphere. I was mistaken.
Manny, you went to the wrong club.
The guy, I think he was a security guard, Steve Gerrard. He chased me like a madman.
Steve Gerrard chased you away. How did you get away?
Ha ha, he slipped.
Oh, for f***'s sake, Manny. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Howy's Heroes here in good old Everton. So, first things first, thanks for the response for the last episode. That match was cray-cray, weren't it? And the intro got a lot of sort of jokey responses and stuff. But just to reiterate, because there's people out there that may think it was more than just a joke. It wasn't. It was just a complete and utter piss take. I was having a bit of a poke of fun at people who get caught up on silly little things that don't really matter. And that's all it was. Me and Bood had a good laugh about it on WhatsApp afterwards. He called me a twat. Then he jokingly starts his, "I'm going to put you on there because you clearly got an issue with it" thing. I told him I didn't want to be on there because he smells, and so on and so forth. Banterino, that'd be a cracking name for a Brazilian regen. Banterino. Write that down. Anyway, so no face cam today. I never do face cam at the end of season video. It gives me a break from setting it up. And I am so sorry if you have just got mobile phone interference from somebody messaging me on Facebook because I didn't realise. YouTube 101. Always make sure your phone is away from your microphone and on aeroplane mode. Fail. So yeah, this is the end of season. So we'll quickly go through the awards in a moment, but I want to show you the results first that you've missed so far. So after that whirlwind of a game against Liverpool, we travelled to Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final, and unfortunately we lost on penalties to Arsenal. But I cannot fault the players in the slightest. They were absolutely fantastic from start to finish. Of course, they weren't that great defensively because they conceded 3 goals, but then again, neither were Arsenal. But we matched them, toe-to-toe throughout the entire game. They were just better at penalties than we were. And it was a real shame. You can see there that Jose Angel Arieta got a hat-trick, and he was amazing. He is a player who is now, I don't know if he has been before, I've not noticed on videos when I've recorded them before and I've not looked back at them, but he now is classed as like a wonder kid, and he is only valued at £850,000. I've put this on Twitter last night. I just couldn't get over how cheap it was. From my memory, I don't think I've ever seen one as cheap as that before. Let me know in the comments down below if you have, but I don't think I have. I can't remember if I did. We bounced back though from the FA Cup defeat with a 3-0 thraping of Crystal Palace in the league. A really decent performance from the boys. Absolutely dominant. 65% possession, 23 shots. It was really good. On a side note, FM Scout are going to be putting a My Favourite Tactics video up from myself using this tactic. So if you are really interested in a bit more of an in-depth look at the tactic, you can go over to there and check it out when it goes live. Obviously I'll retweet it and stuff, so keep an eye out on my Twitter for that. If it hasn't come out already, I'm recording this on the Thursday evening, Thursday afternoon. it may be out by the time this comes out, I don't know. But yeah, so back to this anyway. A nice 3-0 win, a very dominant performance, another Premier Manager performance, another Player of the Match performance from Arietta. I need to get that boy permanently. We then got scored away at Chelsea. Chelsea were absolutely amazing in this game. Morgan Sanson got a hat-trick of assists and Lacazette got a deuce of goals. It was a fantastic game. They were just brilliant from start to finish. Their possession play was fantastic. Their closing down was brilliant. Their tackling was brilliant. No matter what I tried, no matter how I tried to change it, they just quickly figured me out straight away. They had 10 corners to our 1, for God's sake. You know what I mean? They were absolutely superb. Hit the woodwork a couple of times, and they fully deserved it. I have no complaints at all. I mean, obviously I do. We lost 4-0. That's really annoying. But, you know, in terms of the way they played, the way they were, no complaints. And we finished it off with a 3-2 win over Watford. We were 3-0 up after 57 minutes, and then we just kind of capitulated a little bit and let them back in. You can see from stats, I mean, 30 shots, 61% possession, 13 on target, 14 off target. We were superb throughout the game. We had 10 corners, you know, we just really bossed the game, but we let them in towards the end. It was a little bit worrying. We did manage to get over the line in the end, but like I say, it was very worrying. Ross Barkley picking up a man of the match performance in this match with a couple of assists. Arietta again on the score sheet, Boney and Griffiths. Lee Griffiths has really surprised me. He has been a fantastic player. I was convinced the second I walked in the club, Lee Griffiths, get rid of him. But he has been brilliant. He plays the poacher role that I use amazingly well, and it is a pleasure to manage him. It really is. Something I never thought I'd say, not being disrespectful to him, but I never thought managing him in the Premier League at this stage of his career would be such a pleasure, but it is. And the league table finished thus. We finished 10th in the end, 2 points behind 9th, only 4 points off 7th in the end, which was amazing. We managed to escape relegation very comfortably in the end. Middlesbrough, Bristol City and Burnley all going down. Leicester put a bit of a run together at the end of the season to keep them up. Marcus Rashford finishing joint top goal scorer in the Premier League with Gabbiadini from Liverpool. Callum Wilson is in 3rd. Mesut Ozil got top average rating and assists and player of the matches, so he had a cracking season for them. Ter Stegen with the clean sheets, and we actually have Mori in his top of the yellow cards, but we won't talk about that. Heartbreak at the end of the season for Rossport. Unfortunately, they finished second, 2 points behind Jesse Ash. They did win their last game of the season, but it was actually the penultimate game of the season that cost them the title. Really harsh on them, really gutted for them, but the future's bright for Rossport. It's going to be interesting to see how they perform in the summer, how they do in Europe, and how they do next season. What their transfers could really make them this season. Be interested also to see if they go professional as well. And lastly, but by no means least, in terms of Rossport, they did lose the cup final as well, so a double blow to them in their season. So harsh for them, but hopefully they'll fight back, come back strong next season, like I say, and really kick on. Okay, so that is how we've done and how Rossport did. Let's have a little look now just at the end of season awards and stuff. I'm going to very briefly go through the best performances and stuff because, simple fact, we've not been at Everton very long, have we, this season? So it's kind of, we know how we've done, but next season's going to be the big one for us. So, youth player of the season, or young player of the season was Luca Valzania, the 24-year-old. He did have a good season, really impressed for me. Sign of the season is my boy Flavio. I love this boy. He actually picked up an injury towards the end of the season, missed the last few games, knackered his ligaments, so he's going to be out until probably the beginning of next season. He may get fit during pre-season maybe, but should be back for the start of next season, hopefully. Goal of the season, James McCarthy. We'll have a little look at that now. It actually should be fresh in your minds if you watched the last episode because it was one of the goals against Tottenham. You see, they're going for this one, but for me, I think it was it. Oh, that is a good hit. Oh, no, yeah, that was the 5-3. Sorry, I was going to say I'd have gone for the one in the league game. For some reason, I thought they got... No, that was the cup. Oh, Oh, there was one in the league game as well that was really good. He scored, and Barkley as well scored one against them as well, which was a bit of a thunderbolt. That is a worthy winner, though, of the goal of the season for a change. We've seen a few dire ones in the past few seasons. Harry Maguire won the Player of the Season award. Me and him do not get on. We do not get on. But, you know, apparently he is the Player of the Season. With the fans, so it's probably going to be a case of we've not like officially fallen out in the game yet, but he annoys me. His attitude isn't great towards what we're trying to achieve. Then second was Valzania and third was Arietta. I was surprised Arietta didn't win the Young Player of the Season award, to be honest, but Valzania is a very, very worthy winner of that. And in terms of the stats, top goal scorer was Lee Griffiths with 22. Highest average rating was Valzania with 7.24. Most assists, Ross Barkley. Best pass completion was James McCarthy. Then, like I say, most player. Why do I keep saying manager of the month? Most player of the match awards, Harry Maguire with 5. Most yellow cards, Murray with 18. And most red cards is McCarthy with 2. That needs to be cut out a bit. I don't want to take his edge away, but I don't want him doing that all the time. So, in terms of our season review, we finished 10th in the Premier League. Few will have tipped Everton to have been capable of avoiding relegation heading into the season, but the Toffees confounded every expectation by achieving a top half finish, which is fantastic for us. We lost in the semi-final to Arsenal. We were beaten in the 4th round of the EFL Cup to Bristol City, which is disappointing. Match of the season was the 5-0 win over Bournemouth. Worst match of the season moment to forget was 4-0 defeat at Chelsea, and we averaged 37,407. What am I saying? 37,407. That is correct. That didn't sound right in my head at all. 94% full, and we are the highest in the Premier League for players used with 32. That would have been before I came in because I kind of calmed that down a little bit. So that is that. Finance-wise, we have now £34 million in the bank. We got our payout at the end of the season. So we had a really, really good season in terms of money coming in and whatnot. We actually got £21.1 million altogether in prize monies, which is good. I like it. Unfortunately, no Europe for us next season, but that's fine. Our status is actually rich, which is very good. Not rich on Twitch, by the way. Just rich, all right? Rich on Twitch. Remember him? He used to upload... Yeah, I'm only joking, Richie boy. I love you, really, my friend. I hope your arm's feeling better, man. That was a tough break, literally. And yeah, so we're in good nick. We've got £46 million apparently in our transfer budget for next season, which I like a lot. I like that a lot. That's the initial budget anyway. And there's a few transfers that I've lined up, the ones you've seen and a couple of others, so you'll have to come back in the next episode, which is going to be a opening transfer special. First time I've done one, but I've always wanted to, but never thought people would be interested. But people seem to be liking them when other people have done them, so I thought, screw it, let's give it a crack, shall we? Might be something we enjoy, might not, but if you don't test it, you don't know. Guys, girls, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please remember to hit the like button if you've enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you for the beginning of next season. Bye bye.